Welcome back. Yesterday, Gonzaga received huge news. After a search that felt like an eternity, the program finally found their starting point guard for next season. His name, Ryan Woolridge. We caught up with the North Texas graduate transfer today as he prepares for the next step in his collegiate basketball journey.
I mean, it's Gonzaga. If Gonzaga calls you, you listen.
Ryan Woolridge was about to commit to Oklahoma State for his senior season. Then Gonzaga came a-calling.
I just wanted to hear them out and see what they were talking about. And like I said, the coaches don't lie to me. They told me straightforward what was on the table, what the roster looked like, and all that stuff. And it was an opportunity that I couldn't pass up.
Woolridge visited Gonzaga this past weekend and says the school checks all of his boxes.
To be able to compete at a high level, be able to compete for a national championship, be able to help me succeed in life, just be able to push me and becoming a better player and a better person on and off the court. And I feel like Gonzaga is the place that will be able to let me do all those things.
The Mean Green player turned Bulldog is certainly capable of doing a lot.
I'm sort of like a do-it-all player. I had over 1,000 points, almost 500 rebounds, 500 assists, 200 steals. So I'm do-it-all. I like to play fast. I like to go downhill. I like to pick up, play defense, and I like to just have fun, I guess. Play the game that you love with confidence.
Woolridge has a lot of confidence in the Zags, by the way, as he picked them to win the national championship last year.
Oh, I just loved how they play with confidence. They just flow together. They push the ball a lot, and that's how I like to play. Push the ball, play defense, compete, go out there, have fun. It just looks like a fun team that you want to be a part of.
Now he gets to be a part of that team.
Almost like a dream, I would say. It's really crazy to actually be able to play for somebody that you are always seeing on TV and always rooting for and always want to succeed. So it's crazy.
So excited for him at next season. Sometimes on pieces like this, we like to do a little bit of a bonus segment on a different topic that didn't quite work in the piece. So another interesting thing about Woolridge's commitment is that Gonzaga now has 3 players from the Dallas-Fort Worth area on their team next year: Woolridge, Admon Gilder, and Drew Timme. Ryan gave us his thoughts on Gilder and Drew today as well, and we're going to run that in full right here.
Yeah, it's really cool. And the crazy thing is actually, so I knew Admon when I was younger. We played on the same AAU team. I knew him growing up. We played on the All-Star games together. So I kind of already had history with him. And then when I was at North Texas, I was coaching a camp. That's where I seen Drew playing. So that's kind of how I know of Drew. So it's crazy how that works too.
Are you excited to once again get to play with Admon and get to start together on the same team?
Oh yeah, for sure. Admon's a great dude. He's a great player. He had some injuries or whatever that kind of slowed him down. I really thought for sure that he probably would have been in the league by now, but God works put people in position for a reason.
And what was your initial impressions of Drew when you saw him play?
Oh yeah, he's crazy. You look at him and you don't think that he's gonna be that good, but once he starts playing, then you're shocked by all the things that he can do. He was doing it all basically, and I was really surprised at how quickly he was. I didn't expect him to be that quick.